Attention, Aquarius I am. We in the Aquarius age for the next 2,000 years, you dig?
Swing low, time to move on. Light years in time, ahead of our time.
I want to free your mind by helping you understand the zodiac signs. That's right, you're live with Aquaman in the zodiac zone where the cosmos is your home. I'm your very own Anpu, the real urban guru, coming through on the mothership. So let's open up your cosmic memory bank and swing down to earth where the shit stank. Yo, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Hip Hop Astrology TV, man. I'm your host, Anpu, aka the urban guru, the ambassador of the Aquarian age, man. First, we got to give a moment of silence and condolences to the Bryant family. May all of your souls evolve to a higher evolution. You know, I'm going to be brief today. I'm going to be very fast because this is breaking unexpected news. And, you know, excuse me if I come off a little upset. Because I am, to be honest with you. And I'm not upset about the death because death is a natural process. We all gonna check up out of here. What I am upset about is what I perceive, and maybe it's my perception, what I perceive to be the gross, utter ignorance and maybe simple, flat out ignorance of information, because the information's out here plentiful. Maybe that's the problem as well. Information that can save your life and empower you. Again, we're all going to leave up out of here. But let's just say I can present Kobe with some information, rewind the hands of time and say today, in fact, the next 2 weeks, I don't want you traveling by helicopter. This is why. Don't do it. What if we can have that kind of information? The anger comes in when I hear the puff daddies of the world say the black astrologers. And I'm like, yo, hey. And this is what I mean, maybe the ignorance. People read shit. I know people read stuff. You read shit. You see shit. Now, whether you think the information is taboo, and that's, again, part of the anger, because I totally understand. I remember the Obamas, Michelle, and somebody made a rap about astronomy and not astrology, and it's dissonant. Then you get people like Uncle Neil deGrasse Tyson go on Sway in the morning, talk about astrology ain't real. But in the meantime, real time, a woman come out talking about, yo, you sexually assaulted her and you wanted to look up her dress and find Pluto. And the definition of Pluto is sex, nigga. What you talking about? The science ain't real. And yet here it is, your ass looking for the very planet that denotes the thing that you was looking for, that pussy. So excuse my French today, okay? Excuse my French because I'm just feeling this way. Because we do not have to go through the things that we're going through. That's my point. That's my passion. All right. All right. So let's get into some science here. Kobe Bryant was born at a very interesting time. August 23rd of 78. That year, from midnight to 7:58 a.m. in the morning, almost an 8-hour window of time, the sun was in the last degrees of Leo, and around 7:58, 7:59, shortly before 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern, the sun ingressed into Virgo. So if Kobe, born in Philadelphia after 7:58 p.m., he's a Virgo. Okay? So there's only an 8-hour window block he could be born. That'd be a Leo. Okay? Now, I'm going to give him Virgo because I want to show you something. All right? Now, what you see in this chart at the base of the arrow in green, that means that's where the planet is today in real time, or the date in question. Mercury in the sky today at the time of the death of Kobe Bryant, Mercury is in direct opposition, because it's in Aquarius right now, in direct opposition to where Mercury was, the arrowhead, was when he was born. Notice the planets look alike because it's Mercury in the sky right now in green in direct opposition to where it was when he was born, 22 Leo. Let's look at this chart. I keep schooling y'all about this chart and showing you. This chart is how you stand on your square. Don't let no squares in your circle. Really. This is what you're really talking about or should be learning. Aquarius in green is in opposition to who? Leo. Therefore, when energies are at these 2 points, you will see some type of conflict appear. Now, each month, I look out for certain people that's inside of my private network. And on January the 29th is when the energy for Kobe is exact opposite from one another. And it says, this is likely not to be your sharpest time of the year, and communications can be spotty and fitful. There's interference in phone lines of your mind. Okay? That's interesting. Phone lines of your mind. We're talking about a mental plane, airplane. Okay, so you may have to repeat your messages several times to get through to others or even yourself. Just hack at it and give it yourself the extra time to make it all clear. Now, I know what this represents. This is cookie cutter software. It's not my software that I wrote the definition. I highlighted, and then this box to the left, I put my notes in there that will say, code red, travel safely. Okay, because this is a time where accidents can happen. Now, what is the planet of Mercury? Travel. Interesting. So see, Mercury's the planet of travel. Mercury opposite Mercury will represent issues with travel. It is just that fucking simple. Okay, now let's move on. Excuse me for the F-bomb, but I told you, be ye forewarned. Now, Kobe, we know, started at number 8 and went to the number 24. Now, before I'm about to show you this next slide, I want you to understand that there is many spiritual systems that can understand numbers, and I'm not really I'm not a gun-ho advocate of the basic numerology of reducing numbers down. Me personally, that's just me personally. However, there's a science that deals with the spiritual definition of all numbers, especially single, double, and triple digit numbers. Okay. Now, I just want to show you something real fast, how spot on this science is, and it's coming from the science of Kabbalah. Okay. Now, when you look up the number 24 to see what the number 24 means, you see it says the number of elders in the apocalypse. So we know that's number 24. But 24 has a word in Hebrew that means, where the arrow is pointing to, a mercurial god. His essence is Oz. That means that or then. Oz, which equals the number 8. You see? So you wonder why the Madonnas of the world and certain people deal with this Kabbalistic system. You understand what I'm saying? This man went from 8 to 24, but spiritually, in one of these systems of spirituality, mainly, i.e. Kabbalah, the number 24 is given reference to a mercurial god. Don't Mercury rule Virgo? Did he not have Mercury opposition Mercury at the time? Hello, that's why I said I'd give him Virgo over Leo. Now, what qualifies me to speak on this information? I want y'all to hear me closely and follow me closely on these next 4 slides, because I'm not playing with you. Okay? This is what qualifies me. Please look at the date that I went to Twitter. I love Twitter because it's timestamped. I purposely put things over there because it's timestamped. It says December the 8th. I got at Tim Cook, which is the CEO of Apple. And then I came back and hit Microsoft, Bill Gates, and Google and told them December the 11th through the 13th, the world can see domestic acts of violence, an airplane crash, acts of nature, or a famous death Hashtag Nostradamus, because I'm dealing with the Nostradamus app. So below this, you will see December the 11th is highlighted. What happened? A medical helicopter crashes in California, killing 4. Really? Did not tell these giants in California that there was going to be an airplane crash? And most certainly it was, to the exact day. I said December the 11th through 13th, 3 days before it happened. I came on the record and said it's about to happen. And it happened on the exact day. 100% bullseye prophecy. 100%. Okay? Calculations, shall we call it. So then I go to Twitter on October 29th. Look where it says my name, Urban Guru at Anpu Astrology, October 29th. See that? I said Snoop Dogg, Russell Simmons, because they act like they all spiritual and shit. Meditation, and at that time I was just getting up on Snoop as Snoop Lion. So I said, let me try to appeal to his higher sense of self and see if he can get a breakthrough, and let's chop it up, right? So I get at these two and I tell them from October the 30th, 31st, if it is a 31st in October, November the 1st, we can see major acts of domestic violence, an earthquake, a political / famous death, or airplane crash. What happened dead on the day in the middle, October 31st? A Russian passenger plane crashes in Sinai with 224 people on the exact day. I came on the record 2 days before it happened, because I come on right before it happened. I say, bam, pay attention to these next couple days. It's about to go down. Bingo. Bullseye again. I give you another one. What happened? Look to the far right where the arrow is. It's me again on June 19th. Uncle Russ. Snoop Dogg. The next natural disaster, major acts of violence, famous death, airplane crash will be June 29th, June 30th, and July the 1st. I'm going to give you 3 days out the month. That's the most prime opportunity, back to back to back, because I understand the algorithm very perfectly, okay, when this stuff is going to happen. And then to the left, pay attention. It says June the 30th, okay? At least 49 dead after military plane crashes in Indonesia City. I told them what was going to happen and exactly the day it was going to happen. Another 100% bullseye. 3 for 3. Let me conclude with this one. Give you one more. Now this time, as you can see, it says February the 19th, red arrow on Twitter. And I didn't tag nobody because I ain't gonna lie, I get frustrated. Oh, yes, maybe you see it. Maybe you don't. Maybe you busy. I don't know. I'm human. I think you ignoring niggas, so fuck it. I'll just put it out for the record, okay? For the record, Nostradamus alert, same shit I've been saying. It's going to be an airplane crash from February 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. And millionaires don't use astrology, homie. Billionaires do. So maybe I'm just talking to the wrong group of motherfuckers. How about that? And JP Morgan hit that shit on the head. I get it. I'm talking to the wrong group of motherfuckers. You don't think big enough to get it. Maybe Jay do. Maybe Diddy do. Right? So anyway, February 21st to the 23rd, it says. Well, shit. I said this on the 19th. Once again, 2 days before it happens. What happens on February 21st? 5 dead, including 4 Americans after a plane crashes in Australia Mall. That's 4 for 4. And let me tell you something. It ain't just airplane crashes. All those other things I tell you that happened, I got them all documented, buddy. I got fucking caseloads of this shit ready to have a conversation with NASA. Because it's that big. It is clearly that big. But it obviously has an effect on what we would call, just have an effect on everybody, man. Everybody is subject to it. Okay? So excuse my French. All right? It burns me up. It just do. You know what I'm saying? I know people who purposely follow me, see shit, and don't say nothing. That's a crime, man. You can't see this and not tell somebody who I just mentioned, who you think should see it. You're committing a crime if you don't. Like, fuck all that clicking the like button and sharing shit just to share. just to share for views, and I don't want all the views. I don't listen. This information needs to reach somebody who has influence, so then we can garner that influence together and tap into this force, because there's clearly a spiritual, invisible force that is running this shit. And now you can tell what the force is going to do. And not only can you tell when the force is going to manifest, you can actually work with the force to help empower and improve. That's the key right there. That's God science. All right. So with that, man, thumbs up, click the share button, tag someone who you feel is influential, who can make a change, man. With that, man, get at me. Peace.
Prophecy is what we all have to go by now.